Hello and welcome everyone to the Daily 8 on the News 8 live desk. Phil Penarski here with the top 8 stories that you need to know today following a pretty eventful election night last night. Hopefully everyone got some sleep last night. Thank you all so much for being with us today. We will be getting into a bit of a recap of yesterday's election in just a bit, but we do have some breaking news out of Grand Rapids to start off our show. It is reported that a woman was stabbed to death in Grand Rapids earlier today. That is according to the Grand Rapids Police Department. The stabbing happened in the 300 block of Division Avenue South near Bartlett Street just before 9:30 this morning. Officers responded to the scene and found the woman deceased. The suspect, who has only been identified as an adult man, reportedly stabbed himself. He was then taken to a nearby hospital. His condition has yet to be released at this time. An investigation is still ongoing, and we hope to learn more in the as we progress through the rest of the day. Now let's get into the election from last night. While we continue to wait on results to come through here in the state of Michigan, it is projected that Donald Trump has clinched the 270 electoral votes needed to become president-elect of the United States. He reached that mark after Wisconsin was called for him shortly after midnight. The final vote counts are still being tabulated, but it appears that Trump might also win the popular vote as well, something a Republican candidate has not done since George W. Bush back in the 2004 election. We are expecting to hear from Vice President Kamala Harris later today regarding the election as well. And here in Grand Rapids, we do have a winner for the city's new mayor. David LeGrand defeated Sunita Lanier yesterday, nabbing 63% of the total votes in the city. That race was called shortly before 1 a.m. this morning. He released a statement saying that he is incredibly grateful to the people of Grand Rapids for electing him. He also said that he's ready to roll up his sleeves and, quote, build a future that reflects the best of who we are. LeGrand is replacing Mayor Rosalind Bliss, who is being term limited out of the position after serving as mayor since 2016. She endorsed LeGrand ahead of the election. And like I said, there are still a lot of races from yesterday's election we're keeping a close eye on. We heard from Secretary of State Jocelyn Benson on the updates to the continued counting of every single vote in the state just a little bit ago. In particular, we're waiting to hear which candidate between Alyssa Slotkin and Mike Rogers will become the new senator for Michigan. Currently, Slotkin is in the lead with 90% of the total votes being reported, but a winner has yet to be called. The congressional seats are also being worked out right now. We do have some winners to announce, including Hillary Scholten and retaining her seat, as well as John Molinar. We have a full results page for more than the 500 races across the state that are updated in real time, and you can find that right now over on our website, woodtv.com. And something else that's been getting a lot of attention regarding the election is yesterday's voter turnout. Here in Kent County, County Clerk, Lisa Posthumus Lyon said that the turnout was the lowest it's been since the 2012 presidential election. A little bit less than 69% of eligible voters in the county cast a ballot. This is down from 72.5% of voters in 2020. This is especially interesting when you think that this is the first time in the state of Michigan that an election has allowed early in-person voting in the state. And stepping away from the election now, remember we do have full continuous coverage over on woodtv.com if you still want to learn more about certain races, but we do have some pretty bittersweet news to share out of John Ball Zoo. Cume, the lone lion at the zoo following the death of its lioness Abina this past spring, will be moved out of the zoo sometime in the near future. Cume has been at the zoo for over a decade, but zoo officials say that the loss of Abina left the lion distressed, and so they will be sending him to a new facility where he could potentially find a new partner and live out the rest of his life there. The zoo said that this will be the last week that guests can get one last look at him before the exhibit is closed for the time being. We're going to take a step aside now and get you a look at your forecast for today. Here is Storm Teammate meteorologist Matt Kirkwood.
Okay, cold front working its way through, and today it's going to be a cooler day, and eventually we'll see some sunshine return, but we're going to have to be patient for it. That arrives for Thursday and Friday. Secondary trough moving through is going to squeeze out just a couple sprinkles, a little bit of drizzle from time to time, and I think the low clouds will be relatively persistent today. Here's an outlook for today, and again, temperatures instead of the 60s and 70s we enjoyed the past couple days, we're going to be squarely in the 50s, but that's not particularly unusual for this time of year. Sunshine returns Thursday Thursday and Friday. Then next chance of rain should hold off until Saturday night and through the Sunday time frame. This is what it looks like in the 8-day forecast, and you'll be able to see fairly consistent temperatures in the 50s and even a couple, or actually 60-degree reading expected for the Sunday time frame. That's when the next storm system will be moving through. We should dry things out again after the weekend with another chance of rain showing up on Wednesday. This time of year you can get snow, but no really cold air in sight.
All right, thank you, Matt. And we end today's show with a story that follows the journeys of John Ball. The explorer turned historical icon here in Grand Rapids had quite a few tales during his life, which ended all the way back in 1884. Digital reporter Matt Jarowski details some of his incredible life chapters, which you can find right now on woodtv.com. This is the second of a 4-part series, which will be released over the next few Sundays. The first 2 parts are now up for your enjoyment over on our website. All right, that is going to end things for us on the Daily 8 today. We will have 8 more stories that you need to know tomorrow, same time, same place. I want to thank everybody again so much for tuning in with us today. I'm Phil Pinarski, and we hope you have a great rest of your day.